Howdy, music fans. Thanks for joining me today. I am going to attempt a John Fogerty ranking video live right before your very eyes. I have not done this in my head or put them in order. But first, I'm just going to do a real fast go through them, and then we'll rank them. All right. So first, the most let's go in order. What the heck? So first, I believe this was first, is his solo record, John Fogerty. John Fogerty. Next, he did the Blue Ridge Rangers, which is all covers of old country songs. Then he came out with his smash hit Center Field, which some people love, some people hate, or at least that song anyway. And then I think this is off of Center Field. And then he came out with many, many years later after that, Blue Moon Swamp was a big comeback or whatever. Then here's a live one called Premonition, and this was after he was doing Creedence songs, so it's got lots of Creedence songs and then lots of solo Fogerty songs on it. We'll put that one aside because we're not going to do that one. And then Deja Vu All Over Again is next. And then Revival. This one's a kind of a Creedence-y. I mean, he really does stick to his own sound, so I won't say that about any of them. And then he did the Blue Ridge Rangers Rides Again. Why didn't he say Ride Again? That's grammatically incorrect, John. Good grief. The Blue Ridge Rangers Rides Again. And this one is another cover of covers of like that first one of country songs. And this is, I got the deluxe version. One is the bonus DVD, probably the making of the album or something. But anyway, that's more old country tunes. And then he did this, The Long Road Home, John Fogerty in concert. Again, this is fantastic. So is Premonition. I don't have everything. He's got another a live one out from Red Rocks, I think. All right. And then the last thing he's done, and I think I will, I don't know if I should count this or not, actually. This is called John Fogerty Wrote a Song for Everyone, which is the title of a Creedence song, a fantastic Creedence song. And this one he does lots of Creedence songs with other artists. I got a picture of him from back when he was in Creedence. I don't think I'm going to do this one because it's not all new original material. It is a studio album. It has all guests on it, and it's his last thing that he's done besides the family band thing that he has done with his actual family doing Creedence songs. This one has Foo Fighters, Keith Urban, Shane Fogerty, and Tyler Fogerty. Fogerty is kids, I guess. Then Mystic Highway is a new track on this. The rest of these are Creedence tracks, except there might be one other new track. Miranda Lambert and Tom Morello, Zac Brown Band, My Morning Jacket, Kid Rock, Dawes, Bob Seger, Brad Paisley, Alan Jackson, Jennifer Hudson with Alan Toussaint and the Rebirth Brass Band. I'm not a big fan of most of these artists anyway, but I'm a huge Fogerty fan, so I had to get this. And yeah, Mystery Highway. I think that's why I got it for Mystic Highway, because that is one of his one that was unreleased. Train of Fools. That's the other one. I knew there was two. Yeah, so two songs on here is why I got this, because they are unreleased. They were at the time unreleased Fogerty songs. Let's just say, if this were in the list, it'd be last. So there you go. It's in the list. It can be in the list. All right, but we're going to officially do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 John Fogerty albums. Oh, you know what? We're going to do, I forgot about this one. But luckily, it's in the car, so it's right here. I knew I was missing something. Eye of the Zombie. See, this is what you get for live YouTube TV, right? This came between, I think this came after Center Field. I'm pretty sure. Maybe it came before Center Field. Does it say 86? And 80, I feel like this was 84. Yeah, it came after Center Field. That's what I thought. Okay, so we're going to do these 2, 4, 6, 8 John Fogerty albums. Those are the ones we're doing. Like I say, if Wrote a Song for Everyone was in the list, it'd be last, so that works perfectly. Okay, Let's take a look here. What is last? I have a feeling I know what's last. Okay. Yes, I do. These are all pretty good. They're all pretty good. So I would say last would be Deja Vu all over again. It's a good record. It's got some great songs. It's got, I think this is the one that's got the song that he thinks is his greatest song ever. Maybe I'm wrong. Hang on. I Will Walk With You. Is that the one he thinks is his greatest song ever? And it is good. She's Got Baggage is really kind of a lame rocker. Radar, I don't remember. Honeydew, I like, and Rhubarb Pie, I like. They're kind of wispy little country tunes. But this is a kind of a forgettable album, as I recall. See, I don't even recall. So Deja Vu is number 8. Did we say 8? Is that what we said? 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, I got it. That's number 8, Deja Vu. All right, coming in at number 7. I'm gonna say, boy, that's tough. This one right here is like, I just listened to Eye of the Zombie, and it's way better than I remembered or thought, and I did remember everything. So it's between Eye of the Zombie and Revival. I'm gonna say Revival's number 7. You know, it's good. It's got some not as best writing like Gunslinger, and It Ain't Right. I think I Can't Take It No More. It's got some cheesy rockers. It's got some good stuff. Creedence song is a little goofy, but it's good. Broken Down Cowboy is a little trite and cliche kind of. But this one I think is number 7. It's got a great sound to it. I don't know if this is one again where he does all the instruments like on Center Field and Blue Moon Swamp or not. Let's see. Does he do all the instruments? No, it looks like he has Kenny Aronoff, of course, Ben Montench, yay, and some other people on guitar and bass. So, this is good. It's not great. So that means next must be. Well, wait a second. Let's take a look at this one. I remember when I first heard this one just not being thrilled with it. I liked it, but I didn't find it as good as the first one. So I'm going to say actually Rides Again comes in at number 6 because it's all covers. And they're good. Haunted House is probably the best one on here. But nothing jumps out at me. Garden Party's good. Nothing really jumps out at me. Maybe because this was so much later. By now I've heard these songs over and over by lots of other people. And before when I heard his other one, I was a kid and I'd never heard those songs. But I don't care, just as long as you love me. That's Buck Owens, and Paradise is John Prine. I'll Be There, the one that George Jones does and J.J. Cale does. Fallen, Fallen, Fallen. Heaven's Just a Sin Away. I mean, they're all great songs. Changing the Weather, though, is one of his songs, so why is that in there? That's kind of weird. He does some weird stuff. Changing the Weather, yeah, there it is, written by John Fogerty. So I'm going to say, as much as it pains me to do so, this is number 6. Which means that number 5 must be Eye of the Zombie. Going Back Home is the first track on it, and it is this interesting, like, synthesizer kind of slow, dirgy type thing with this searing guitar solo kind of rips into it at one point. Eye of the Zombies, I don't know what the hell he's talking about, but that's a fun song. It's a good song. Headlines is a pretty cool song about all the crap happening today and when he wrote it. Knocking on Your Door is a really fun, great little country reggae-ish type thing. Changing the Weather, well, there it is. This is a good song. Violence is Golden, I don't remember. I think that might be an instrumental. Wasn't That a Woman? Soda Pop and Sail Away. It's solid. It's a pretty good record. It's better than you would think and better than I remember. So that comes in at number, did I say 6 or 5? 5. Ooh, we're on the top 5 already, right? Yeah. All right, so now we're getting into some pretty damn good stuff here. I hate to do it. I hate to put any of these beyond, any further back than number 1, honestly. But I'm going to have to put the Blue Ridge Rangers at number 4, even though I wore this album out, had it on vinyl, and man, did I love it as a kid. It's just fantastic. And this one, God, Blue Ridge Mountain Blues, Someone Somewhere, Listening for My Name, You're the Reason, Jambalaya, She Thinks I Still Care, California Blues, Working on a building, please help me, I'm falling. Have thine own way, Lord. I ain't never. Webb Pierce tune, Heart of Stone. Today I started loving you again. So, I mean, it's just chock full of great songs, great old country, and he does them beautifully, just beautifully. Not much to see in there, but I wonder if he does all the instruments on this. Doesn't say. How to do that? Yeah. All right. So this is number 4, Blue Ridge Rangers. Great album. Okay, number 3. Good Lord, how do we pick number 3? I don't know. This is really tough. They're all tied for number 1. How do we pick number 3? How do we pick number 3? I think I know it. I think I have it. It's crystallized, actually, crystallizing in my mind. I think we're going to say that number 3 is Center Field, as much as it pains me, because I had that on vinyl, and I remember just loving it, loving it, loving it. This might be one where he plays everything on his own. And it's another short album, 9 songs. You know, he does these 9-song albums. He did that with Creedence as well sometimes, a 7-song album with Creedence. But this has The Old Man Down the Road. That's just kicks it off. And then Rock and Roll Girls, and it has, of course, Center Field on it, which, you know, you love it, you hate it. I love it. Then Big Train from Memphis is fantastic. I saw it on TV, is fantastic. Mr. Greed is an average rocker. Searchlight is a Creedence-y sounding, grungy or swampy, average, you know, song. I Can't Help Myself is a pretty cool, you know, love song-ish. And Vance Can't Dance is about his, the guy that had them at Fantasy Records under his thumb for Creedence, and him trying to break free from him, and just it's a spiteful hate song. So anyway, yeah, this is number 3. Again, I love this album. I mean, it's a really good album. Which means number 2 must be, oh God, this is really hard. Must be, I hate to say it, but number 2 is John Fogerty. Again, these 3 could all be tied for number 1. John Fogerty has one of the greatest rock and roll songs ever written in the world. Rockin' All Over the World starts it off. It also has Almost Saturday Night, which is fantastic. These both have been covered ad nauseum. Not ad nauseum, but by, you know, there's some good covers on both of these. And then it has Sea Cruise is the old, you know, goofy rock and roll 50s song. But You Rascal You is pretty fun. The Wall is great. Travelin' High is fantastic. Lonely Teardrops, his version of Jackie Wilson's tune, is really actually pretty good. Where the River Flows is a really pretty and a good one. Flying Away is really inspiring feeling. It's got this great rising crescendo type feeling. And then Dream Song, I don't remember, but I just love this album. I think it's fantastic. Comes in at number 2, which means number 1 must be Blue Moon Swamp, the comeback album. And again, I will say it again, these 3 could all be tied for number 1. Hell, these 4 could all be tied for number 1. Number 1, Blue Moon Swamp has Southern Streamline, fantastic, really upbeat country rock song. Hot Rod Heart, Blue Boy, 110 in the Shade is a real swampy, slow, bluesy thing. Rattlesnake Highway, Bring It Down to Jelly Roll, Walking in a Hurricane is about the weakest tune on here, maybe. Swamp River Days is pretty fun. Rambunctious Boy is great. Joy of My Life, that might be the one that he thinks is the greatest song he ever wrote. Yeah. Blue Moon Nights and Bad Bad Boy. You know, it's just got a great feel. This is when he came back and he's like, yeah, I can still write like John Fogerty. I can still make albums like Creedence, but now modern in the present. And, you know, it's a fantastic album. But really, I don't know. It's, you know, this one and certainly these 2 could be tied for number 1. I'm going to go back and forth. Matter of fact, maybe I should switch it. I don't know. This one has a lot more history with me, obviously, because it's older. No, we're going to stick to it. All right, so here we go, folks. Recap. Number 8 is Deja Vu All Over Again. Pretty solid, good album, but not his best. Number 7 is Revival, another solid, good, very Creedence sounding album, but not his best. Those 2 could swap places. Number 6 is Blue Ridge Rangers Rides Again, and he gets nicked a point for grammar right there, but it's also just not as, I just didn't feel it as much. Maybe it's too perfect. I think this album's too perfect. production-wise. I just didn't feel it as much as on the first one. Then coming in at number 5 is Eye of the Zombie, solid album, better than you think. And then number 4, Blue Ridge Rangers, the first one, fantastic album of covers, really country, great, lots of dobro, and wonderful album. Number 3, Centerfield, another solid, great album. Number 2 is John Fogerty, one of the greatest rock songs ever, with Rockin' All Over the World, and a great album. And then number 1, Blue Moon Swamp. Again, these are definitely interchangeable. Okay, thanks so much for watching. Give me your list down below. Tell me what you think. Have a good day.